Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. Absolutely wonderful performance from City. We were fantastic in all departments. The only criticism I can have with City today is that the first goal that we gave away was quite poor. Especially from Diaz's behalf, because if he didn't go back to where he went onto the pitch, then Rashford would have been offside. No, sorry, Fernandes would have been offside, which meant that Rashford wouldn't have been able to score the goal because Bruno Fernandes would have been offside in the build-up. But I felt like Diaz improved a lot after that and actually had a very good performance. And it was the same with Ake. I thought in the first half at points he struggled, but after that he did really well. Even though Foden scored the 2 goals, I personally would have given my man in the match to Kyle Walker, because I have been very critical of Kyle Walker this season because he has made a lot of mistakes in terms of defensive, mistakes that he's done in games. But today, he was fantastic. Rashford didn't have a prayer. I know he scored a great goal, but apart from that, he was absolutely nowhere to be seen. And I think Walker has to be given plaudits after that performance today. And if he doesn't, then there's got to be something wrong with our fan base. De Bruyne, even though he didn't do as well in terms of statistics as he normally does, I still thought he had a pretty good game. He created loads of chances and worked his socks off. I thought Bernardo Silva was excellent. Even though Rodri wasn't at his usual best, he still did very good to win the ball back and set up Haaland for the 3rd goal. And in terms of chances on goal, this has got to be one of the worst United performances in a derby in history. Because, yes, they scored a great goal, but for a club like Man United, it's not acceptable to be having 1 shot on target the whole game. And 3 shots on goal the whole game across 90 plus, so about probably 98 minutes with the 8 minutes that was added on for additional time. You'd expect teams like Palace, Southampton, Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United to be playing park the bus football and hoofing the ball long. But to come against your biggest rivals and supposedly one of the biggest clubs in this country and to see them playing like that, it's just embarrassing. And I don't know how Ten Hag is still in the job. Because even though Ollie did get the odd spanking, whenever they played against City, they were never this bad in an attack and they always put in a reasonable, good performance. But under Ten Hag, even in the game that they won, where they won 2-1, they rided their luck through a VAR decision. And in a lot of the time that he's been there, majority of the wins he's got have been through luck. Of teams not taking their chances and United getting 1 or 2 good chances late on in the game and then getting them the win. We had 27 shots to their 3. That's a total of 24 more shots, which is in a derby is unacceptable for any team. I'm so happy because I'm pretty sure this is the first time, certainly in a long time, that we've been behind in a derby and came back and got the 3 points. I'm proud of this badge here. Champions of the world as well. Manchester is blue. No one can say otherwise. Yes, they might have more trophies, but they've been absolutely terrible for the last 10 or so years and a bit more. And as of right now, there's only one club in this city, and it's Manchester City and not Manchester United. because we finished above them the last 10 years, and it's going to be 11 years this year. And every time we finished above them, a lot of the time it's been by a big points margin as well, which is embarrassing for them, but great for us. I feel like previous City teams would have gone on to concede a second when we conceded that first goal and given up. I know we might have had like a few City sides better than this current one now, but they didn't have like as big of like passion when it come to like a derby at points, because I remember in the 1920 season where we lost twice against United in the league, there was no real fight back when we went behind, and today there was a proper fight back, which I'm really proud of. And even when we were losing, we were by far the better team, and we were having by far the better chances and more chances than they were as well. And United fans leaving early at 3-1, that's just embarrassing. Because you should always back your team, no matter what the score is. Even if it's 10-0, you should stay. Because if you don't stay, then that proves that you're just not a real fan. And the only time that the Etihad's ever been empty over the past couple of years has been when United's come to the Etihad. And even though there has been times where they've got more of a beating than they have today, they've at least created more chances on goal than what they have today on and off target. So at least they could have said something then, but today they can't say anything because they were terrible in front of goal because they created near to nothing, and all they were trying to do was lump the ball up long to get either Garnacho or Rashford on the break. And you'd expect like managers like Sean Dyche and that to do that. You wouldn't expect like Ten Hag, who's got this attacking brand of football that he brought from Ajax, to be doing that. The only City player that I could say played bad today for a lot of the game was Doku, because he was getting into a lot of positions like where he had a chance of creating like a good chance, but I feel like when he went off we became better, because I thought Alvarez did really well when he came on. He set up the Foden second goal, and I think we were a much better side when he was on the pitch compared to when Doku was on the pitch. And I think that's a huge turning point in the season, because now we've shown we can come back in a derby. I know we were quite bigly favoured in terms of like the odds and that going into this game, but anything can happen in a derby, and especially when you get the first goal, then you have massively momentum in your favour, and that's what United did, and we managed to fight back and win 3-1. So I think hopefully this can give us confidence for the games that we've coming up, like Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal and Aston Villa. And I think if we can win against Liverpool, or at least not lose, next week, I think we're going to win the league. Because I think that's the only real game that I'm proper scared with. Because I know we've got Tottenham away, but I feel like we're going to have confidence going into that, knowing that we won there earlier on in the season in the FA Cup. And I know Liverpool have got players out, but it's going to be a tough game. We've just got to make sure that we turn up and we're ready to handle what they're doing in their attack. But I'm going to do a bit of a sing-song now. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose, oh City. You got me singing the blues. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose, oh City. You got me singing the blues. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Never felt more like singing the blues. City win, United lose, oh City. You got me singing the blues. Mind the gap. Mind the gap, Man United. Mind the gap, I say. Mind the gap, Man United. It's getting bigger every time we play. Mind the gap, Man United. Mind the gap, I say. Mind the gap, Man United. It's getting bigger every time we play. Mind the gap, Man United. Mind the gap, I say. Mind the gap, Man United. It's getting bigger every time we play. Mind the gap, Man United. Mind the gap, I say. Mind the gap, Man United. It's getting bigger every time we play. You sign Phil Jones, we sign Kun Aguero. This is how it feels to be City. This is how it feels to be small. You signed Phil Jones, we signed Kun Aguero. It's only 6-1, it's only 6-1, 60,000 X's, it's only 6-1, it should have been 10, it should have been 10, you lucky bastards, it should have been 10, the city is ours, the city is ours, fuck off back to London and take your shit scarf, City, 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 City. The only football team that come from Manchester. Oh, Man City. The only football team that come from Manchester. Oh, Man City. The only football team to come from Manchester. Oh, Man City. The only football team that come from Manchester. Oh, Man City. Give Phil Foden the Ballon d'Or. And if... they should do a joint Ballon d'Or winner of Foden and Haaland. And one more song. Hark now hear the city sing, United run away, and we will fight forevermore, because on Derby Day, hark now hear the city sing, United run away, and we will fight forevermore, because on Derby Day. Come on there, Blues! Huge 3 points. I'll see you again for 5 things learned, either tomorrow or later on if I find time to do it later on. Come on, City! Manchester is blue and forever will be blue. Up the Blues! Come on! Johnny Stones! Johnny Stones, he gets the Blues excited, he fucking hates United. Ruben Diaz on number 3, he left Benfica to play for City, he's won the cup, he's won the league, he hates United and he loves City. See you later. Come on, City, 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 City.